He also didn't want Claire to be too tired. If she were to start a company and start a business, SSHE would have a lot of work in the early stage. With Claire's personal character, she would suffer a lot. In the evening, Charlie received a call from his good brother Stephen in college. Since the last time helped him teach a lesson to the adulterer and his ex in the hospital, Charlie has never seen him again. The main reason is that there are too many things in the family that he really can't take care of. Stephen told Charlie on the phone that he had almost recovered and was discharged today. Since Charlie helped him get back to the hotel and paid millions in compensation, the first thing he did when he was discharged from the hospital was to invite a few better classmates to dinner. Seeing that his good brother was about to be discharged from the hospital, Charlie naturally readily agreed. At this time, Claire walked out of the bathroom after taking a shower, and casually asked Charlie, "It's so late, who is calling you?" Charlie said indifferently, "Stephen is discharged from the hospital. We are going to have a dinner. Let's go together tomorrow." Claire nodded and said, "Okay." At noon the next day, Charlie drove his wife Claire to Fenglin Hotel. Although Fenglin Hotel is not top-notch in Orus Hill, it can be regarded as a luxury level, enough to show Stephen's sincerity. This time Stephen was also considered to be bleeding, and he directly booked a luxurious box in the Fenglin Hotel. The box is luxuriously decorated, enough to accommodate 20 people, and the initial consumption alone is 7 or 8,000. After Charlie arrived, many people had already arrived in the box. Besides Stephen and Elsa, there were also a few classmates. Elsa has not had a good time recently. She has come to Orus Hill from Yenching University for a long time, so as to have the opportunity to get in touch with the chairman of the Emgrand Group. However, after working for so long, she has never had a chance to see the real person of the chairman. Moreover, she used to be the administrative director inside the company, but now it's better to go straight out to be the sales director. She runs around outside every day. What made her tortured even more was that she had been obsessed with that man since she was rescued by that mysterious man last time. Therefore, her desire to meet the chairman of the Emgrand Group is not as great as before. Now she only wants to see her lifesaver, because she feels as if she has fallen in love with the mysterious man at first sight. But she couldn't think of it. In fact, the chairman of the Emgrand Group and the mysterious lifesaver were actually the same person, Charlie. Seeing Charlie and Claire entering the box, Stephen hurriedly stood up and said, "Charlie, Claire, you are here, sit down, have a seat." Stephen greeted Charlie and Claire with a very respectful tone, and he admired and appreciated this good brother. Elsa looked a little haggard when she saw the two of them. She felt that she had a stomach and no one could say anything. Seeing Claire, she suddenly had the urge to talk. So she stepped forward and took Claire's wrist and said weakly, "Claire, let's sit together. I have something to tell you." Claire smiled and said, "What's wrong with you, looking listless?" Elsa sighed and said, "It's not because of my mysterious lifesaver. I found that I have fallen in love with him completely. Now I close my eyes and I am full of him in my head. It is him who I see in sleeps and dreams, but I can't find him. What should I do with him? I can't help it." Claire helplessly spread her hands. After Elsa was rescued by a mysterious man, she shouted all day to find that man. "But there are so many people, where can I find him?" "A single mysterious person?" Charlie on the side just sat down and heard Claire and Elsa's words. A cold sweat broke out on his forehead. Elsa actually fell in love with him? This is too ridiculous. Don't let Elsa know that her male god is him, otherwise there will definitely be a mess. After 3 rounds of wine and food, Stephen began to liven up the atmosphere again. "Everyone, thank you all for coming today. I will toast to everyone." After speaking, he drank it all. Several well-connected classmates applauded one after another. "Mr. Stephen is great." Charlie smiled faintly, took a sip from the wine glass. "I heard that Mr. Stephen is now the big boss. He opened a big hotel, he still has 2 million cash in his hand, and he knows people in the influential circles. He must take care of us in the future." A coquettish woman dressed in enchanting clothes with light makeup on her face smiled charmingly. "Juan Thompson, what you said, Stephen and us are the best classmates. If something happens, he will definitely give us a hand." A man with a Chinese character face also picked up a wineglass and drank it in one go. Charlie glanced over them faintly, vaguely remembering that the two of them were his college classmates. The female was Juan Thompson, and the male was Jianhua Liu. Stephen said embarrassedly, "What it is really a long story, not worth mentioning." After finishing speaking, he looked at Charlie and sighed with emotion. When he met **Umbag, he had almost been deceived for nothing, and was even beaten up. However, it is precisely because of Charlie's help that he could retake the hotel and receive $2 million in compensation. It can be said that this was all given by Charlie, so how embarrassed to take it out. So, he turned the topic off and said, "Jianhua is doing well now. I heard that you have become an executive of a company, and you have an annual salary of $700,000 to $800,000.